This past week, I have seen more about the Black Myth Wukong drama than I would like to admit, as it appears to be everywhere on Twitter, Reddit, and major gaming journalism sites. Today, I am going to discuss what exactly is going on for those who are out of the loop and that are as confused as I was about the entire situation. As someone who makes guide content, I never really get into politics of a game. Not because it's not important, but because my job is to give gamers guides to help them through a game regardless of how other people feel about the title. Games are meant to be fun, enjoyable, and a space where we can invest our free time to escape the real world when we need it, or when we just want to. The Black Myth Wukong drama began when the reviews of the new Souls-like title began to be released. I won't go into the deep dive details yet, but we will get to that. Long story short, one site decided to review the title and mention that there were not enough women included in Black Myth Wukong and that it lacked diversity. Before we get into the major details, let's discuss what Black Myth Wukong is actually based upon. The title is based on Chinese mythology and the classic novel Journey to the West. Sun Wukong, also known as the Monkey King, is a trickster god who plays a central role in the adventure novel. Wukong has superhuman strength and the ability to transform into 72 different animals and objects according to Mythopedia. Sun Wukong is one of the most influential characters in Chinese literary history, and Black Myth Wukong is based upon that novel and that specific Monkey King. To cite a direct quote on the context of the title and how it corresponds to the novel, Fextra Life states, "However, heaven underestimated the Monkey King as he greedily ate their godly ambrosia, finally gaining his desired immortality and adding unexpectedly immense power. Enamored with his own legends and now truly over 9,000, he goes on to wage war with heaven, annihilating 100,000 celestial warriors, defeating all 28 mythical constellations, beating up the 4 heavenly kings, and even taking down a few gods. The scale of these actions is on another level, and when you look at the trailers, you can see some of the confrontations depicted in amazing detail, which is why it's so important to get an idea of the mind-boggling scale of the universe behind this game. All of that said, the original lore is what the title Black Myth Wukong is based on. It is simply following the lore of an already written novel. Now that we have a bit of the lore and context under our belt, let's get into why this drama started in the first place. Screen Rant posted a review not only discussing the lack of inclusivity and diversity in Black Myth Wukong, but also using false statements against the game's developers to prove further their point that the title was not woke enough. As a female gamer myself, the absolute last thing I give a singular shit about is a game not including enough female characters, especially if the lore simply does not include any. It doesn't take anything away from the game for me, nor does it bother me that women are not in the title, because again, I play games for fun and I play games that I enjoy. I don't search for deeper issues within a game like lack of inclusivity or diversity when I'm playing a superhuman Monkey King absolutely wrecking enemies with a staff. Now, why were these false statements such a huge part of the review for the journalism site? Well, according to some, such as Asmongold, this wasn't about showing or influencing people to play a game or not to play a game based on the facts within the title, the lore, or the gameplay itself, but to push an agenda onto the masses in hopes that they would agree with said agenda. In my personal opinion, reviews are meant to help gamers make an informed decision on whether or not they want to partake in a game, not to push any form of politics or agenda onto anybody else. Again, these are all things that others have said, but as a gamer, I just don't care about politics behind a game, lack of diversity, or whether or not there are female characters. Does the game fucking suck? Is the game fun? Is the story engaging? Are there cool mechanics and features? That is what I and most of the actual gamers in the community care about, not all the extra fluff bullshit being thrown around. I think for a long time now, with all of the woke talk and real-world issues, games have lost a lot of their luster due to bad reviews and bad takes on things such as politics, rather than the actual gameplay itself. As consumers, we need to be aware of the politics if it is something horrific, say a game that is literally unfinished and a scam to try to steal our money. But other than that, we just want to know whether or not the game is actually fucking fun to play, if it is cool and has fun mechanics and boss fights, and we want to know why we should or shouldn't purchase the game based on the game, not all the extra fluff shit. Another thing worth noting here, and again, this is just a personal preference and opinion based on what I've been seeing, a lot of those covering these controversies are pushing another type of view, saying, oh, well, because the game doesn't have women, I'm sold, or thank God there are no women in this game. You are literally doing what you're complaining about other outlets doing. Who fucking cares if a game has females, males, monkeys, hippos, or turtles? Who cares? What matters is whether or not the game is fun, has a story, is enjoyable, and is just fucking fun to play. I don't care who is in a game, what is in a game. I care about playability, just having a good time, and forget about life for a minute. Some of you are going to hate what I just said, and that's fine. This video is meant to express my thoughts and opinions alone, and not to sway anyone's way of thinking or their personal opinions. Simply put, Games should not be about bullshit wokeness and politics. They should be about fun and enjoying our escape from the real world. Most of us play games to forget about the mundane responsibilities and shit that comes with being a person and a living human being, and that needs to be brought back to the forefront in gaming journalism. We need to discuss what makes a game fun or what makes it suck based on the game, not on opinions, not on politics, plain and simple. As always, if you like the video, then like the video. And if you like my content in general, then please subscribe to my channel because it means the absolute world to me. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!